Call of Duty Zombies. What's more to say? From its gameplay, to the characters, maps, to all the wonder weapons, and of course, can't forget its crazy storyline. Starting out as a basic side mode in World at War and becoming something so crazy good that you wouldn't even expect it to come out of Call of Duty. And witnessing it happen has been the most awesome experience, and it goes to show how amazing the community is for still being so strong today. With the new release of Cold War, and finally seeing old and new faces coming back to the mode, I realized that I really want to talk about this series as a whole and how it has grown over the span of a decade. I've been playing zombies since World at War and kind of pretty much fell out of it after Black Ops 2, but eventually came back to it around the release of Guard Crovey for Black Ops 3. I've done all the Easter eggs in the Treyarch games so far, and I think I have a decent grasp as to how the games work and how the game mode has evolved. Hi, I'm Edbis. I'm new to the zombies community. And I'm not gonna be going in the most detail in this video, but I'm here to I'm here to talk. I'm here to talk, and I want to gush too, while also giving explanations. But yeah, without further ado, I introduce a chain of events, a Call of Duty Zombies retrospective, and where better to begin but from the very beginning.
Resistance on the beach, you get on that radio and call for immediate missile support.
Don't think twice.
Rover, I want you up the beach and at that tree line ASAP. You're on point as we move inland. Got it.
Call of Duty World at War released in 2008 when I was the wee age of 8 years old. Rather controversial at the time since World War II games were pretty much blown out of the water by its predecessor COD 4 Modern Warfare, but with its fresh take on the Pacific theater of the war, it was actually still very successful. The multiplayer was really good, but I mainly remember it more for its campaign. The amount of gruesome scenes and brutal acts of war and just the amount of bloodshed, I felt like I was eating the forbidden 8-year-old fruit. Because the fact that I even had access to COD World at War when I was 8 was just kind of insane. As you get through the campaign though, the game briefly pauses and thrusts you into something that you just did not see coming at all. And what was that? Well, here it is. You spawn in a bunker, all alone, nothing but your thoughts. You look around and see what looks like boards and chalk drawings on the wall, and you first hear those ghastly screams. Zombies. Nocturne Totem is a very classic and iconic map. For it being the first map, it definitely did pull some punches. Being only a 3-room layout, this map was not spacious at all, requiring the player to think quickly on their feet to avoid the zombies hitting you at all costs. 2 hits and you are donezo. This map introduces some zombie staples such as the mystery box, which allows you to get a random weapon, and of course one of those being a ray gun, the first wonder weapon. As for being the first map, it's really hard to knock it for being so bare bones. Nowadays we can look back at it and say, oh my god, this map really had nothing to it. Before the time, it didn't really need all the complications. Just the simple act of surviving as long as possible simply hooked people in. I remember discovering it for the first time and dying on round 5 and just immediately wanted to try again. It was so much fun. With the addition of 3 other players, it makes surviving a whole lot more fun, with an extra added layer of difficulty due to point disparity. Honestly, I wish I had more to say. Would I come back to Noct often? No, not really. No. And I'm sure I can safely say that for most people in the community too. Nowadays, you would kind of play it with old friends for 5 minutes just to relive and retell some old memories. Even high rounds can be just super boring because of the lack of strategy. As the World at War season continued though, Treyarch released big DLC updates, and with these came new maps for multiplayer. But one thing people didn't expect to also come out was this.
They're everywhere! We need to get these doors open! Don't leave me!
First we have Verruckt, which honestly has a really cool design. A haunted asylum is a perfect setting for this kind of game mode. When Verruckt came out, it was a pretty big deal. This time we had a bigger map, which meant more areas to explore, but at the same time hallways were still narrow and claustrophobic. It really found that good balance to add that more fresh taste after Knocked, and it is very, very symmetrical. This map introduces a couple of new things to the zombies formula, those being the power switch, the divided spawns, which barely get used in future installments, and our classic 4 115 imbued elixirs, aka the perks. We've got Juggernog, which allows you to take 3 extra hits, Speed Cola, which increased your reload speed and barrier rebuild speed, Quick Revive, which helped you revive teammates faster and self-revive on solo rounds, and lastly Double Tap, which just increased your fire rate. The introduction of these perks really changed the game, giving more people a reason to spend points while making high rounds much less of a chore. These perks are awesome in their own right though. Not only are they representations of classic looking soda vending machines, but also come with their own jingles. Jug has this classic 1960s American style upbeat tone to show that you are being powered up. Speed Cola has the classic Latin American Spanish tone with a fast tempo to really show that you'll be going fast. Quick Revive has a slower, almost kind of pirate tone in a way. I can't really explain it, but it starts out with a lower tone and slowly but surely increases to show that you are going from down to up.
You wanna get up? You need a little revive.
And lastly, Double Tap, which has an American Western tone with the cowboys singing and the background singers singing Double Tap in the background, which is very catchy. Back to the map at hand, we also have a new introduction which would also become a staple, the Easter egg song, and for this map we have Lullaby of a Dead Man, produced by Kevin Sherwood and performed by Alina Siegman, which you can play via flushing this here toilet 3 times. This is a slow tempo kind of song about what seems to hint at some big otherworldly force. Foreshadowing? The map overall feels good. There's always the possibility of getting trapped in corners and getting surrounded, so you still have to stay on your toes. Again, I really wish I could say more, but again, the map is still pretty bare bones for today's standards. Would I go back to it? Definitely more than Knocked, but that's not saying much. I'd call it another way to relive past memories. But I mean, yeah, it was pretty good for the time. But yeah, let's just move on. I don't really know how to transition to the next part, but let's just go to the next DLC. Next.
We're here. This is the place. Finally. I was getting tired of Takio's rambling. Shut up, Nikolai, and get your gear on.
Next DLC, we have Shinonuma, which is a swamp-based map. Shinonuma is okay. The map itself is a quadrant-based symmetrical map and introduces some more new things to zombies. The first being our found 4 characters, known as the Ultimus Crew in the official timeline, Tank Dempsey, Nikolai Belinsky, Takio Masaki, and the great doctor himself, Edward Richthofen. All 4 of these characters added a whole new layer to the zombies gameplay, with a new sense of comic relief. All the characters are stereotypical to their respective countries that they come from, and this is all represented in their voice lines. As you kill zombies, random lines will be played showing off how stereotypical they can really be.
He didn't die, motherfuckers! It's a red death for you, hell pig!
The blood of the fallen is fuel for the honorable!
They're on fire! This is funny, yeah?
We also have the introduction of secret radios. These allowed players to explore more of the map and search to learn more of the lore behind the game itself, and it really got you thinking about how much bigger the story could possibly be. We also have the Easter egg song for this map. The One, again made by Kevin Sherwood and performed by Alina Siegman, this song, while not as good as the Lullaby of a Dead Man in my opinion, definitely fits with Shinonuma's vibe. Honestly, I can't say for certain what it really means, but it still showcases that giant threat vibe. Lastly, of course, the introduction of the Wunderwaffe Dg2, a new wonder weapon which shoots straight up electricity and bounces around the zombies. Overall, a really cool wonder weapon, and you can just feel its power when it's in your hands. This weapon alone, combined with the technical limitations of World at War, made high rounds the most easy thing ever in Shinonuma. The amount of high round attempts in Shinonuma going up to like the thousands is fucking crazy. It's insane. But yeah, I do have a couple of problems with this map. This map is annoying to deal with, specifically the mud. The mud itself is not fun to walk through. No, it's not. Having to actively slow actively slowing the player down is not really the best design in my opinion. It does not fit with zombies, which is completely based around its movement. And if you're not able to move around at all, well, for the most part around the map very easily, it's not really gonna make it like the most fun experience. You get what I mean? But anyways, that's really the only gripe I have with this map. Some of the traps are really fun, like the flogger. The flogger is really fun to use. But other than that, its layout isn't the worst to traverse around. I wish I could say more, to be honest. Again, still a little bare bones. Not really much besides those additions. But it's still a great map in its own right. And a welcome addition after Verruckt. Many of us were wondering where they would take it from here, though. After Verruckt and Shinonuma, people were still getting a little tired of the same only 4 perks and wonder weapon setup. We wanted some progression, something to work towards, and Treyarch provided us with just that, with one of the best and most iconic maps in Zombies history. We all know what it is. Let's go.
What the hell just happened? Everyone okay?
Oh, I feel like I will throw up.
A mere side effect, Russia. Everything is normal.
Let's get this done.
Oh yeah, bring it, bring it!
Dries is fucking awesome. Call it overrated, overhyped. You can't deny how big the map was and still is, and how it improved zombies as a whole. Every part of this map is oozing with quality. We have so much packed in lore and world building here. Radios, message boards, and just the whole facility itself as a whole screams at you with great story here to try and understand. The map itself just has a very iconic layout with its 3-lane triangle-esque shape with a great mix of openness and tight corridors. Every time you walk around the map, you have to adapt with your surroundings, or you can go down very quickly. While this map doesn't introduce that many things, what it did introduce was huge. First being teleporters, which offers a new layer of map traversal, and of course we can't forget the Pack-a-Punch. Finally, a new substantial upgrade to weapons, and a way to spend more points and a semblance of progression. Even activating the Pack-a-Punch is a little adventure, which adds more to the sense of progression in the map. Now, people may disagree with me on this one, but technically, this map introduces the first quest in Zombies. It's definitely not a multi-step quest, but Samantha's hide and seek does count, and for the time, it was cool to have this kind of secret in the map. Nowadays, you can easily look it up, but trying to find all 3 bears at the same time was pretty cool. And of course, we can't forget one of the most important things to come out of this map, the song. Oh my god, the song. Beauty of Annihilation is an absolute fucking banger, and really was the perfect finale to cap off, like, the entire season for this game. Beauty of Annihilation is a hard rock track showcasing our new antagonist Samantha having some kind of power to control the zombies. It puts us in her shoes into how she feels at this moment. She's this close to killing our Found 4, but by such luck, in lore, they are teleporting with the Wunderwaffe in hand, and with one blast they rip through space-time, and then they just fucking disappear. Oh, well, that kind of wraps up the World at War section here. I do want to talk about just a couple of things, like how I feel about the World at War season. Overall, pretty good. I really enjoyed the World at War season, although granted, it's just a lot of stuff that I wouldn't come back to besides Doris. But there were a couple of things that I wanted to talk about and kind of like touch upon as I like finish this whole thing up. So one thing I do want to say is, of course, the modding scene for World at War is absolutely insane. It's incredible how like people are even able to make such high quality total conversions of like World at War. You look at World at War custom maps and you just think like, oh my god, how did they even like make some of these like completely ripped assets? It's like they took assets from future games and just like pulled them straight back into the World at War engine. I understand that they're using like a similar engine, but it's insane. Just look at this. Look at that! You look at that and tell me, oh, is that World at War? No, it's not World at War. It looks like fucking Black Ops. It looks like fucking Black Ops 2. It's insane. I could never understand how they do that. They got the animations right down. It's, oh my god. Absolutely insane. Overall, World at War was pretty good. Yeah, I still enjoy my time with World at War. And yeah, that kind of ends this video for me. Hi, I'm Midbus. Thank you for waiting for 10,000 years for my next video. I hope it was enjoyable. God, I suck at videos. But yeah, thank you for sticking around for this video. And next we will be talking about Black Ops 1 and all the craziness that it has. It's going to be insane. There's going to be a lot to talk about for that game compared to this. World at War was a little more bare bones to talk about, so I really couldn't say as much. But yeah, Black Ops 1 is definitely going to have more to it, and I'm excited to talk about what's in those games. But anyways, yeah, thank you. I'm still rather new to the zombies community, so hi guys. Thank you for, if any zombies YouTuber even just stumbled upon this fucking Mr. T Lexify, that would be insane. If you watch this video, that would be cool. But anyways, yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Black Ops 1, here we go.